find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Vikings 0.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Again, it's Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second and 11. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Bronco switch.
Here's Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well on field across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
19. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Skol showing their last time out, they scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now for what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
#1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Okay, break. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here this last few plays. They moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, check. 55 check, 55 check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Check match.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On third down, here's Walker. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
18 Rebels, 18 Rebels. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Zane Gonzalez is set to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32. Run down there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
On the counter, it's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He completes this to Walker. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's DeWandu. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll set up a throw. They'll going for Jefferson downfield. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second and 5. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down back at the 25. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Come on, come on.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8, 4th and 2. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. Thought it was 4th down, and the possession changes.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes this to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
7 Pirates. Warriors 17.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Second and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.